Good evening, volleyball fans. Just a very brief audio test here. Just a quick audio test as we get set for non-conference volleyball. It'll be Pacelli and Iola-Scandinavia. Opening serve at 6 o'clock. Pregame coverage a little bit before that right here on Zaleski Sports. And a very good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome to the Thunderdome here at Iola-Scandinavia High School. It is non-conference volleyball this evening as the Thunderbirds of Iola-Scandinavia in non-conference action will host the Pacelli Cardinals. My name is Mike Wendling, glad to be with you guys tonight here from my hometown as we get set for this one. This is your Auto Select pregame show. Auto Select is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires with complete auto repair services and locations. Church Street and Highway 10 East in Stevens Point, Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you are good to go. When you look at these two teams, Pacelli just getting underway. They're 1-1 overall. They split their triangular. They fell in 3 sets to Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. Then they swept the Assumption Royals earlier this week. For Iola-Scandinavia, they come in 3-4 overall, a tale of 2 different events. Last week, they went to the Gestagame Fieldhouse and the Dells and went 0-4, but they played some tough opponents, taking on teams like Viroqua, Sturgeon Bay, Cashion, and Wanawak Center. All very good programs in their own right. Then they came back here last Thursday and then dominated. They, in convincing fashion, swept their quad over Almond Bancroft, Port Edwards, and Assumption. They didn't lose a set in that 3-match stretch last Thursday, and that leads them to this spot here a week later as they get set for their first full 5-set potential match before they jump into conference play next week with a trip to Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. With that being said, we're going to take a very quick timeout here from our friends over at Auto Select. Our pregame coverage continues, including our starting lineups, our national anthem, and the opening serve is coming up shortly right here on Zaleski Sports.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust in Stevens Point, Plover, and in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Our Auto Select pregame show continues here on Zaleski Sports. As you see on the far side, top of your screen, the Pacelli Cardinals warming up. They're in the red jerseys, libero in white. That libero is Annie Vaughn. And they started their season this week 1-1 in their matchups against Wittenberg-Burnhamwood and Assumption, that triangular. That's been an annual thing the past few years. They fell in 3 to a very good Charger squad, then swept the Royals. Both these teams swept Assumption over the past week. Iola-Scandinavia again 3-4, a tough stretch in the Dells against some good competition, then sweeping their quad last week. Again, this has been your Auto Select pregame show. Again, Auto Select is Stevens Point's the best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires with complete auto repair services. Locations on Church Street and Highway 10 East in Stevens Point, Schofield Avenue over in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you are good to go. Iola-Scandinavia is going to start with the serve here in this first set. Of course, it's more of your regulation single match, best of 5. First 4 to 25. If it goes to a decider, it'll be to 15. Of course, you got to win by 2. We do get up to extra points if needed. Thunderbirds in their black jerseys. In that lower right corner of your screen, getting their final instructions from host Coach Houston Kajuski, or Kajuski, I should say. Leading the charge, Mackenzie Gall leading for the Pacelli Cardinals. So that being said, as they wind things out, we're going to turn things over to everything as we get set for our instructions. It looks like we're just going to be lined up, and Dave Johns will do the announcing, our public address. Turn it over. anthem concludes, let's get set for our starting lineups brought to you this evening by Associated Bank. Where every market they serve, Associated Bank committed to uplifting colleagues, customers, and communities to be stronger. We'll start with the visitors from Pacelli and Coach Mackenzie Gale. Again, a 1-1 record. They will line up as follows as they are receiving to start the match. In their starting lineup will be a senior number 3, Ella Van Order. A senior number 11, Caden Nelson. A junior number 12, Leah Fensky. A senior number 13, Sammy Sankey. A junior number 14, Jaden Zroik. A senior number 19, Paige Marshke. And your libero will be senior number 2, Annie Vaughn. Again, Van Order, Nelson, Fensky, Sankey, Zroik, Marshke, and Vaughn as the libero. Again, Pacelli in their red jerseys, libero in white, right as of right now at the top half of your screen. And for Iola-Scandinavia in their black jerseys and Coach Houston Kajeski. They line up as follows. A junior number 7, Emma Prince. Senior number 8, Ava Weinreis. Senior number 9, Brooklyn Barons. Senior number 10, Ava Prince. Senior number 15, Briley Judd. And sophomore number 23, Maggie Moss. Your libero is senior number 20, Maya Munoz. Again, Prince, Weinreis, Barons, Prince, Judds, and Moss with Munoz as your libero in orange for Iola-Scandinavia. They're in black jerseys. Otherwise, they're orange numbers. And they're on the near side. You can see them swaying their arms as Dave Judds announces the Pacelli starters. Again, the starting lineup brought to you tonight by Associated Bank. Wherever market they serve, Associated Bank's committed to uplifting colleagues, customers, and communities to be stronger. Of course, this game, one of multiple on the Zaleski Sports airwaves tonight. This is the first one. We have a bunch of them going on at 7 o'clock, including volleyball matches with Pittsville and Stratford, Marinettes and Wapaka, Wausau West and Wisconsin Rapids. Hudson is at Eau Claire North. Soccer at Amherst against Newman Catholic. And football tonight, Kaukauna hosts Hortonville. All those games can be found at ZaleskiSports.com. You can also find the latest up-to-date as well as we can. Scores and standings in multiple conferences in volleyball and soccer and statewide in both 11-man and 8-man football. We'll be doing the same thing when you get the winner for basketball and hockey. So we get set for this one. Crowd filing in. Solid crowd for non-conference matchup. Again, both these teams begin conference play next week. Pacelli does have they'll go to Laconia on Saturday for an invite. And then they will take on Pittsville next Tuesday. Thunderbirds will go to Wittenberg next Tuesday. As everyone goes through the line for the high fives. Again, Iola on the near side. They will serve. Pacelli will receive at the far side, top of your screen. As we get set here at the Thunderdome. Our opening serve brought to you tonight by Culligan Water, specializing in all of your water softener, drinking water, water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. We're very thankful to all of our great sponsors and partners helping us bring you all these games. Soccer, volleyball, football, basketball, hockey, baseball, softball, year-long. Thousands of games we've done here over on Zaleski Sports over the years. So our officials get the lineups all situated. Looks like the first serve is going to be Emma Prince. As libero checks in, that's Vaughn for Pacelli. First serve, 6:03 Central Time. And it's underway. A line drive serve, dug out and right back over on one. Middle pass, the big swing off a tip and dug back out on the swing from Ava Prince. Nelson with a swing to and we got a net call. Point Cardinals. And that'll bring in our first sub. Number 8, senior Amelia Martini in. Also in the game is Peyton Zroik, her freshman. She will serve. Back row dugouts. Pass near right side, hit, cross court, and a kill for Avo Weinreis. Ties things up at 1, and she'll rotate back and serve. Back row, Vaughn can't handle it, it's an ace. An ace for Weinreis. They go at the libero and get the lead 2-1 here in the first. This time back at the center, tipped right back, and that one sent in. The kill for Martini. Point and serve to Pacelli. Jaden Zroik will serve. Sienna Miller enters into the back row. And that's a service error. Side out, points, Thunderbirds. Ava Prince sends it to Vaughn in the back row. Pass on the side, left hand just tipped over. Pass was a little bit off. A chance to respond, and then Iola has the pass go awry. There's a pass off the block and kept alive. Pass near side, the swing cross court wide, no touch. From Judds. And back and forth we go, 3-3. Ella Van Order, one of the seniors, back to serve for the Cardinals. Munoz in the game as a libero for Iola-Scandinavia. And they go right to her, pass kept alive. Barron's getting some experiment in the middle, talking to Coach Kajeski today as a middle. Big swing off a tip and down. The kill for Maggie Moss. Point Thunderbirds. And a couple of subs and reminders of all that just like these players are bringing their best to the court, Ridgetop Exteriors is bringing top-tier performance to your home with roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home, so visit ridgetopexteriors.com and learn more. Back row. That one tipped through, kept alive. Munoz from in front of the 10-foot line, pass kept alive and down. Points Thunderbirds. Fired Devon in the back row. Pass is wide. It's just got to be tipped over. Free ball for Iola-Scandinavia. Pass across. Moss with a swing. That one off a tip. Kept alive. Zroik. Aim to the corner and through. A kill for Courtney Carpenter. Point Cardinals. Sub again in serving will be Sammy Sankey. That one goes to Barons, and it's wide off the top and out, ace. And there's our first Serve Pro ace of the night. Call Serve Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. Five all. Barons launches that one in to the next county. As that one, they're saying it was tipped. So it was tipped into the next county. as Weinreich will sub back in. Vaughn on the return. Carpenter across court. That one tipped and down. Carpenter, after a couple of kills, will now serve. Dugout Munoz kept alive and then just passed over. And a huge swing. We're going to get a net call, point Cardinals. There's going to be a kill either way for Fensky. So right now scoreboard has 6-6. So we'll adjust it as we go. Munoz on the return. Good save on the tip. That blocked though at the net by Fensky. Left side swing, that's a little tip over, and there's the defense behind for Sankey. That one cross court, dug out by Munoz. Looking for the dump was Behrens. And that's into the net, point Cardinals. So the Maple Fall Fest is coming up September 13th and 14th in Marshfield. Check out arts and crafts vendors. The Kids Zone and Yummy Food at Maple Fall Fest, September 13th and 14th at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Free ball for the Cardinals. Big swing through the block and the kill for Leah Fensky. Who's having a dominating stretch here these past couple of minutes. And Pacelli played back on Tuesday. Thunderbirds haven't played in a week. Diving, and Fensky tips it back over, kept alive, and then Barron sends it through. Vaughn's second pass. That one through a tip. Then it was Zroik. Cross-court pass, blocked at the net, and down. Fensky there again. Nelson was in there. Get another point or two. We may see a timeout from Coach Kajewski. Or Kajewski. That one is going to be in. Another serve pro ace for the Cardinals. 10-6, and there is the timeout for the Thunderbirds. Set number one, Cardinals up by 4 as you're watching high school volleyball on Zaleski Sports.
Maida Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Maida Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at maidacustom.com.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
Out of the timeouts. 10-6, Pacelli. Carpenter to serve to the back row and long. Never fails. We've seen this year after year. After a timeout, the serving team ends up sending one long and gives it right back. 7 serving 10 near side. That's Behrens to Vaughn. Misplay and kept alive, and that will not make it through. An ace for Brooklyn Behrens. Make it a 2-point set, 8 serving to 10. Behrens with a line drive serve, dug out by Zroik. Give and go. Big swing, that's blocked at the net. And the block kill. for Charlotte Iserman. A bit of a side spinner. Vaughn. Zdroik with the attempt, and Behrens is there. Off the ceiling and then off the front of the net. That's down point Cardinals. Remember, if it hits the rafters, if it lands on your side, it is in play. If it goes over, it is out. Back row on the return. There's a swing and the kill for Iserman. Back within one. Pacelli up 11-10. Emma Prince to serve, and that's going to be short and a service error. Make it 12-10. Might as well that Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all your local businesses and job openings. So call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. Again, that's Express Employment. Peyton Zroik in to serve. That one will be sent long. Service error, side out. Line drive, serve, and an ace for Avo Weiterice. 12-12, we're tied up. Back row return, and then that's bumped into the nets by Zroik. Another ace, point, Thunderbirds, they're back on top, 13-12. That one, though, is served along. Ducking out of the way was Paige Marschke. Point and side out for the Cardinals. As here's Jaden Zroik. And then she has a service error. Point, Iola-Scandinavia. Ava Prince now will serve. Vaughn. Peyton Zroik. That one, Martini blocked at the net by Behrens. And talking with Coach Kazashki. Said that they were experimenting with Behrens in the middle today. See us, now's a chance to do it instead of before you get into conference play. Had a block that time, and there's a tip. That one blocked at the nets. We play on. Free ball for the Cardinals, and that's bumped to the corner. Zroik, Carpenter, dug out by Miller. That one threw a tip. There's Jaden Zroik. Peyton Zroik. Carpenter again, aimed it to the sideline. And passed over by Behrens. Free ball to the corner. That one, Martini, and that's in. Pass was too far and tipped over by Moss. 16-13 Thunderbirds. Both teams have had their runs here in the first set. That one dug out by Vaughn. Zroik, Martini from behind the 10-foot line. Dug out there by Prince. Through a tip. Is Judd's. We play on. That one top spun. There's Miller, and that goes over, but out. Point and side out for Pacelli. Stops this run. They're down by 2. Fensky back in. Van Order to serve. Munoz back in as the libero to the back row. There's this another service error. 17-14. Get a couple of subs in. Tonight's game was brought to you by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Dahl Automotive, Stevens Point Brewery, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Portesi Pizza. Vaughn in the back row to Zroik. And that was sent long. Point Thunderbirds, timeout Cardinals. As you are watching non-conference volleyball on Zaleski Sports.
Selling your car to Dahl Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Dahl Auto. Simple.
I got referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointments, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Both teams have taken a timeout. 18-14 Thunderbirds, sideline serve, diving and keeping it alive. And then the return is long. Point, Iola-Scandinavia. That one dug out by Vaughn. Zroik Martini off the top of the nets. 20-14. And the Thunderbirds on a run. High tip, and the pass is going to be off the line. And we're going to get Nelson subbing in for Peyton Zroik. Nelson will be the primary setter for the rest of this set. Had been rotating them both. Shallow serve and an ace. Martini can't return. 22-14. In favor of the Thunderbirds. And that serve will go long. Pacelli will get a side out and look to make a run. Down by 7. Be Sankey in to serve. Munoz on the return. Middle pass, Behrens through a tip, net call. Point Thunderbirds. On the block, Fensky was in the net. 23-15. Weinreich back in there. Looks like Moss back to serve, the sophomore. High pop-up serve, Vaughn. Sankey to Carpenter, goes long, no touch. And it's now set point for Iola-Scandinavia here in the first. Missile serve, Zroik. Sankey, Nelson with the swing. That's blocked at the net, kept alive. Weinreich aims it over, and that's dug out. Pass for Nelson. She switches sides, kept alive. Moss is there, gets it back over, and then beautifully placed by Fensky on the tip. Pacelli keeps the set alive, down by 8, 16, serving 24. Second set point for Iola-Scandinavia here in this non-conference matchup. They're going to need a big run from senior Courtney Carpenter. Kept alive and sent over by Iserman. That's blocked at the net. Net call, point Cardinals. That one called on Barons and Weinreich. Third attempt at set point. And it's Courtney Carpenter will serve. And in right on that back corner. Perfectly placed. Another Serve Pro ace for Pacelli. Munoz. Through the block, kept alive. Zroik, Sankey, Nelson. And the return, Moss with the pass. Left side swing, sent to the back row. Net call on Pacelli. Points set. Thunderbirds 25-18. They'll take a lead of the match, 1-0. Pacelli will serve when the second set begins. You're watching non-conference volleyball live on Zaleski Sports.
Hey Gilbert, did you hear Mittens in Marshfield's running a huge anniversary sale and the savings are explosive?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a great deal on some furniture and take it easy this semester.
Anniversary? Already? Party!
Ah, Poindexter's lost again.
Oh my cookies!
This store is huge and everyone is so friendly.
You'll geek out over our huge anniversary savings at Mittens in Marshfield.
For the best food in town, look no further than Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. This locally owned, 50s-themed diner loves to support their community while providing a full menu of breakfast and lunch options, along with all-day breakfasts and Friday fish fry. Enjoy a fun, family atmosphere with delicious meals made from scratch, including skillets and tasty burgers. Dine in or take out is welcome, Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Treat yourself to a mouth-watering experience at the Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters. Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
As we get set for the second set here on Zaleski Sports, Iola-Scandinavia leads the match 1-0. They took the first, 25-18. The Cardinals will start with the serve. Teams will not switch sides. So they'll stay. Our officials will switch. Or sorry, our line judges will switch. So the Cardinals will begin with the serve. In this second set serve brought to you by our friends at Nicolay Bank, offering personal banking at its best location, Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Learn more, nicolaybank.com. First serve will be by Sankey. Here in the second. Got Pacelli line sets up top of your screen. The red, back row, Moss. Pass too far, and this pass over, free ball. And then the tip over by Van Order. Both teams with a free chance. That one through a tip and down. The kill for Weinreich. And point, Iola-Scandinavia. Sideline serve, Nelson. Give and go to Caden. And she hits the corner, perfectly placed with the swing for Caden Nelson. 1-1 here in the second. Now here's Carpenter. Return on one is short into the nets, and an ace, a serve pro ace for Carpenter. And then a service error ties it back up. As with Mutual of Wausau Insurance is protecting homes, farms, and businesses and has since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent nearest to you. That return off the stanchion and out, an ace. That one tipped over, dug out by Prince, and then Moss sends it over on two. And then over on two for Sankey. Pass from Moss on the left side. Swing, hept alive by the right arm of Carpenter. And then down. Points, Thunderbirds. 4-2. So a youngster goes and chases down the ball. Back corner serve, Carpenter, Sankey, Van Order with a swing to the back row. There's Weinreis, pass for Judds. She'll send it to the middle. And dug out by Sankey, give and go. Sankey passes it over, free ball, Thunderbirds. Left side pass, Moss with a tip, blocked at the net by Van Order. It did not make it over. That's a fourth hit and a point for the Cardinals. Went off the top of the net and back. Back into the game, Sienna Miller. Van Order will serve. Middle pass for Judds. That one sent way too long. That's going to roll into the cafeteria and tie things back up 4-4. That one is Jess Long's service error and a side out. 5-4, Iola-Scandinavia. Here's only if your roof needs attention, call Schwartz's Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They're your hail damage experts, and they serve all of central Wisconsin with both residential and commercial roofing. That one's sent from the back row by Vaughn. And a big swing in the kill for Jaden Zroik. Five. Coach Krzyzewski wanting an explanation, and then maybe thought she was over the net. And now they're going to discuss this. We'll see what they decide here. And that call will stand. We'll play on. Back in to serve is Peyton Zroik. Lone freshman on the varsity roster for Coach Gale. Top spinner to Moss. Give and go to Moss. Send to the back row, and there's Carpenter. Battle in net front joust. Kept alive, Zroik, but it will fall. Point, Thunderbirds. Carpenter on the return. Zroik, that's blocked at the net and through a tip. Munoz sends it from the back row. Into the net, off the shoulder of Zroik and down. Some bad luck, a bad bounce there for Pacelli. points, Iola-Scandinavia. They have a 2-point lead, 7-5 here in the second. And again, that's just bad luck for the Cardinals. That one just hit off the top of it and then took a right turn off the right shoulder of Peyton Zroik. Serve dug out by Carpenter. Pass back, and Zroik hits the cross court and gets the kill. Junior Jaden Zroik gets the kill as Barons will check back in. Moss on the right, blocked at the net by Fensky and Carpenter. 7 up here in the second. Again, Iola-Scandinavia leads the match 1-0. Munoz digs out that serve. Miller, left-hand swing by Iserman, sent to the back row. Joust and sent through by Barons. As back to serve will be Moss. Zroik to Carpenter, and Fensky will just send it over off the top of the net, kept alive. Moss and Weinreis, free ball for Pacelli. Zroik. Fensky blocked at the net and threw down. That one came back. 9-7 Thunderbirds. Blocked by Barons and Weinreis. Moss, Vaughn sliding, digs it out. Kept alive, one arm. And down an ace for Moss. Vaughn to Peyton Zroik. Carpenter too far, no touch. And it's 11 serving 7 here in the second. And I think when it gets to 12 here, we may see a Pacelli timeout. Martini, long. And there is the timeout taken by the Cardinals. Thunderbirds up 12-7 in the second. You're watching non-conference volleyball on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
At R&R Flooring and Furniture, we sell products that look good and products that last.
You want a great selection at a great price and a company that stands behind their products? You will find Wolfcraft, Ashley, Marshfield Furniture, and more.
Looking to get the best sleep of your life? We have a mattress for you. Get a 15-year non-paraded hybrid mattress for only 25 cents a night, and we also carry adjustable beds. When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses, it's easy. Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Out of the timeout, 12-7, Iola-Scandinavia on top. They do continue with the serve with Moss. And that one, it never fails out of the timeout, a service error. Point and side out for the Cardinals for Annie Vaughn, the libero tonight. Sideline for Weinreis. Munoz is able to pass it and then pass over, free ball Cardinals. Zroik near to the right, to the side. You see Carpenter with a swing, not much on it. Middle pass, Barons with a big swing and the kill. Brooklyn Barons makes it 13-8. Mazola Infinity Exteriors is installing peace of mind with roofing, siding, and windows that are built to last, saving the communities from unscrupulous contractors. They guarantee quality that you can trust. A little bit of a misplay in the pass. It's able to get to Van Order, but her attempt is short. 14-8. For the Thunderbirds. Barron's on the serve. It's dug out by Vaughn. Joy keeps it alive. Carpenter over. Free ball to the side. That one to the corner and down by Weinreis. Thunderbirds are a very experienced team. 12 seniors. Pacelli was 7. Both teams have played a lot of volleyball. As Barons, that one just in. Zdroik returns. Martini over to the side. Middle pass, aimed over by Prince. That one's sent. There's Barons. And tipped over. Peyton Zdroik. That one aimed over. Kept alive. Scramble. Barons aims for the corner. There's Jaden Zdroik. Martini aims it to the corner. Moss. Barons, quick change of direction, keeps it alive. Passed over by Ava Prince. Free ball Cardinals. Long rally here. Big swing Van Order and down. Big kill for Ella Van Order. That's one of those points that could turn a set around when you win one of those long rallies. And Sankey will serve for the Cardinals. Serve dug out, kept alive. Moss over, free ball, Pacelli. Van Order. Dumped over by Sankey, kept alive. And then just tipped over and to the net and through for Ava Prince. Both teams factoring finesse over power. That one a tip kill. 16-9. As junior Emma Prince will serve to the back row for Zdroik. Sankey, Carpenter over, free ball. Moss. That one is a big swing. And then aim to the corner. Vaughn leaps and keeps it alive. Sankey over, free ball. Here's Judds back into the game, through the tip and down. Briley Judds gets the kill. 17-9. As well, that for 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. Local, trusted, strong, as that one sent too far. Valley Communities Credit Union, where community comes first, federally insured by the NCUA. 18-9. Prince, Nelson returns to Vaughn. Zdroik back row attack, hits our line judge, that's out. 19-9. Yeah, I think we pretty soon we might see that second timeout. Zdroik. Van Order gets the kill. Big side out there for the senior Ella Van Order. Here's Courtney Carpenter. Prince on the pass on the left side. Judds blocked at the net by Nelson. And Nelson gets the block kill. Back with an 8-11, serving to 19. Shallow serve, dug out into the net, and an ace. And a serve pro ace for the Cardinals. And Carpenter. She's been their best at the serving line. So far for Pacelli. handful of aces here through the first 2 sets. Judds, Moss. Behrens calls for it and sends it over for a free ball for Pacelli. Pass to Zroik, dug out there by Moss. Back row by Prince. Nelson on the right side. Prince there again, back row for Behrens. Through the block, kept alive and ordered to Sankey. And Zroik with a big time kill. And Jaden Zroik sends it home. (13) serving to 19. A couple long rallies have gone the Cardinals' way, trying to claw their way back into the set as that one is launched to Scandinavia. But we got a net call on Pacelli, on Van Order. Van Order called in the net. And there's a big momentum swing back, up by 7. Weinreich to the back row. Vaughn is there. Into the rafters it goes. Ping-ponging around. Sankey is there. And Carpenter over for a free ball for the Thunderbirds. Pass across. Moss through the tip. And dug out by Carpenter. Zroik with a big swing. Kept alive just barely by Prince. Judds to the back row and out. Miller back in. Fensky back in. Van Order to serve. And then a service error. It's a touchdown lead for Iola-Scandinavia, 21-14. Also, that Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages, and they're now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. And Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time, so set up a free consultation today as there's a big kill from Jaden Zroik. Peyton Zroik in to serve. Martini back in as well. Miller digs out the serve. Moss over the block. Diving play made by Vaughn. Jess at the 10-foot line. Dug out by Munoz. That was Zroik on the swing. Pass for Judds. She'll send it to the corner. There's Peyton Zroik to Vaughn to Jaden Zroik. And that one into the net. Points, Thunderbirds. Knuckling serve dug out by Vaughn. Zroik over, free ball, Munoz. Moss through the block, kept alive by Peyton Zroik. Vaughn with the pass. Jaden Zroik to the corner and short hop down. Another kill for Jaden Zroik. She'll rotate back and serve. We play here in the second. Iola-Scandinavia 3 points away from a commanding lead in the match. Serve dug out by Miller. Iserman in and hits the back line with the kill, the left-hander. Charlotte Iserman. 23-16. Vaughn, Peyton Zroik. Carpenter to the back corner. Moss tries to keep it alive and cannot. The kill for Carpenter, points Cardinals. Annie Vaughn back to serve. As Katie Rosenthal checks in the back row. That one is a big swing and a huge kill from Ava Weinreis. And now set point for Iola-Scandinavia. They have 7 of them if needed. Behrens to serve. To Zroik. Carpenter top spins one's over. There's Behrens. Pass to the middle. Prince down. The kill in the set for Ava Prince, 25-17. It's a commanding lead here in the match, 2-0. Iola-Scandinavia, you're watching non-conference volleyball live on Zaleski Sports.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Be a part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest, September 13th and 14th. Start each morning with a potato or buttermilk pancake breakfast and shop over 125 handmade arts and craft vendors. Also, make sure to check out the Kids Zone, yummy food court with maple specialties, beer garden, and a comedic grilling show with TV's Mad Dog and Meryl. Don't miss the 33rd Annual Maple Fall Fest, Saturday and Sunday, September 13th and 14th at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com and follow us on Facebook.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Ooh. Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
We get set for the third set here on Zaleski Sports. Iola-Scandinavia leads the match 2-0. 25-18, 25-17. A pretty balanced attack so far for Coach Houston Kajeski. Combination, Ava Weinreis, Brooklyn Behrens, Maggie Moss have all had big performances in the net front. Briley Jett has a couple of kills as well. Ava Prince had the second set winner. For Pacelli, Jaden Zroik's been very good. The first set, Leah Fensky was very strong. Courtney Carpenter has been my Cardinals MVP so far. She's been very good. As we get set for set number 3. Okay, my name is Mike Wendland. Glad to be with you guys tonight. Opening serve brought to you tonight in the third set by Stevens Spine Orthopedics, proud to provide complimentary sports physicals to Central Wisconsin athletes this fall. Call 715-344-0701 to schedule your appointment. Again, 715-344-0701. Thunderbirds looking for the sweep. Central Wisconsin East against the Central Wisconsin South as the opening serve. Knuckles to Jaden Zroik. Here's Martini from behind the 10-foot line. And Prince to Behrens. Weinreis aims into the corner. Right there is Zroik. A miscommunication. Peyton Zroik. Vaughn over. Free ball. Behrens. Emma Prince. Weinreis, big swing through Carpenter's arms and down. Early kill for Ava Weinreis. Vaughn. And that one off the top of the net. Takes a turn and gets through for Zdroik. Sankey rotates in to serve. Cardinals looking to start their attempt at a reverse sweep. And both teams begin conference play next Tuesday on the road. Pacelli will be in Pittsville. We'll have that game here on Zaleski Sports as there's a Serve Pro ace for Sankey. And we'll have the Pacelli Cardinals taking on the Panthers of Pittsville, the defending conference champs. Thunderbirds will be in Wittenberg taking on the Chargers of Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. Pacelli also will have an invite this weekend in Laconia. There's a big swing and dug out off of Judd's. Carpenter to the back row. There's Behrens. Weinreis to the corner. Another kill for Ava Weinreis. And she'll now rotate and serve. Sorry, I had to get a drink of my Culligan water. That's the back row, Zdroik. Sankey, Nelson with the left. Gets the kill. Here's Carpenter. Moss. Give and go. Moss with the tip. Vaughn keeps it alive. We play on. Middle pass to Prince. Dug out there. Kept alive. It punched over by Vaughn. That's dug out by Miller. Tipped over on two. Vaughn with the pass for Nelson. Big swing with the right hand and through. Caden Nelson with the kill. Result, the culture of Wisconsin's forever tied to life on the farms will bring the family for a visit to Feltz's Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. Feltz's Dairy Store with food, family, and fun. That one, Van Order had the chance, a wide open spot, but she sends it into the net. An attacking error. We'll get Ava Prince to the service line. And then a kill for Zdroik. Munoz subs back in as a libero. Thunderbirds a little bit out of sorts here to start the third. Pacelli up to an early lead, 5-3. Van Order back to serve. Miller. Moss through. The sophomore, Maggie Moss. So I want to say that was Maggie Williams serving. And that one is down, a miscommunication, and a point for the Cardinals. And of course, forgot to mention all of our breaks brought to you this evening by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group. All of our timeouts tonight. Behrens, Williams, and we're going to get a net call on the Thunderbirds. Peyton Zdroik, great serve and sent over and then tipped right back through by Fensky. 8-4 Pacelli. As well, for all of your tire and auto service needs, look to Shiro Tire and Auto Service with great deals on tires that fit your needs. Sure thing to get you back on the road. Shiro Tire and Auto Service. High pass. Droik over, free ball, Miller. Williams. Behrens blocked at the net, but it went underneath. Also a net call. Makes it 9-4. Again, Thunderbirds trying to find a way. Munoz can't return it, and it's a serve pro ace for the Cardinals. 10-4. And there's a little bit of room for error and to try and learn some things here for Iola-Scandinavia. Up by 2. The key is you don't want to give the momentum back to the Cardinals, losing this third and then letting go on a run in a fourth. Droik with a big swing and a kill. 11-4, timeout. Iola-Scandinavia. Cardinals on top in the third, 11-4. You're watching non-conference volleyball, brought to you tonight by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double-checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
As we get set to continue play here, out of the timeouts, 11-4. Peyton Droik back to serve, tipped over by Williams on 2, looking to dump. Jaden Droik with a big swing, right back to the net it goes. There is Droik to Peyton Droik, pass for Martini with a chance, and she'll just tip it over. Moss, that one tipped at the nets. We play on. Iserman to the corner. Droik tipped, kept alive, and a double hit on Behrens. Point. Cardinals. Iserman with a big swing. There's Carpenter to Droik. To Droik. And that one is tipped by Moss. There's the big side out. Thunderbirds going to look to go on a run. Claw their way back into the set. Weinreich back in for Miller. Keep their hopes of a sweep alive. It is Moss serving to Vaughn. Cross court, Munoz into the rafters. Moss there to keep it alive. Behrens over, free ball. Carpenter, Droik, Fensky long. Just wide, or just a bit too far. Good job to avoid it by Moss. Here Munoz. Carpenter, Droik. Droik with the tip. There's Williams. Weinreich diving play in the corner. That one toss one to Moss. Pass on the right side. Iserman with the left. Blocked at the net. Blocked again. And that one didn't make it through, and we're going to get 4 hits, points, and side out Cardinals. Here Rosenthal subbing in. Moss will get a break. Jaden Zroik to serve. Rosenthal to return. Williams. Weinreich sends that one to Zroik in the back row. Peyton Zroik with the pass. Carpenter hits the line. Third set, all Pacelli, 15-6. After dropping the first two, they are rolling. Here in the third, trying to get some momentum. If you can get a dominating win here in the third, that can build over and makes it a little bit easier to take the fourth. And they will have the serve in the fourth set if it gets to it. That one's going to be another serve pro ace for Jaden Zroik. This is a complete opposite of what we saw in the first two sets. Pacelli playing their cleanest volleyball of the night so far, and that one tipped over by Weinreich. Here's Martini, sends it to the back row. There is Rosenthal. Weinreich off the top of the net. Carpenter played back by Peyton Zroik. Martini, Munoz. Pass right on the 10-foot line is Behrens. That's through Vaughn, but she keeps it alive for Carpenter. Martini over for a free ball. Left side, Weinreich through the tip. Kept alive. Rosenthal, Williams. Behrens blocked. Dug out by Munoz. Weinreich calls it high. Pass over. Free ball, Cardinals. That one tipped through and down by Iserman. First one of those long rallies that the Thunderbirds have won and gotten the points. It's the junior, Charlotte Iserman. Behrens serves a line drive to Carpenter. To Peyton Zroik, give and go. Here's Carpenter through the tip. And almost played by Coach Kajeski. She had her hands out like she was going to pass it. 17-7, Pacelli for Vaughn to serve. That one tipped through by Prince and then tipped right back by Prince. Tipped over behind the block. Give and go back row. Behrens, his shot is short. 18-7, Pacelli. There's the type of set to give you a little bit extra hope going into a fourth. Vaughn, though, has a service error. That one's a line drive into the net. 8 serving 18. Judds and Emma Prince will check in. It'll be Emma Prince who will serve. And we had a timeout taken by Pacelli. You're watching non-conference volleyball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hall Favor Real Estate Group.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Third set continues, and it has been all Pacelli so far. Here in the third, 18-8. Iola does have the serve to try and chip away here with Emma Prince, who's been their number one serve so far tonight. Might as well look from our friends at Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. That one dug out and over. Blocked and kept alive. That was Van Order with the block. Judds over, free ball for Zroik. to Zroik, back pass, Martini through the block and the kill. Amelia Martini sends it through, 19-8. Sankey subs in to serve. Rosenthal to Prince. Weinreich sends it through, and that was tipped to Nelson. Carpenter to the back row. There's Behrens on the return. Pass, joust at the nets. Tipped over. Marin Carpenter to Behrens. Weinreich wide. Trying to go cross court, missed. 20 serving to 8. Weinreich right at Fensky, and then put it right back to Fensky again, and she gets it over, kept alive, free ball to the corner it goes, James Roik. Pass to Nelson, sends it cross court but wide. Side out point, Thunderbirds, good idea, and Coach Gale saying the same thing, great idea that sideline was open. But Nelson just a bit wide with her swing. They're still up 11, 9 serving 20 for Weinreich. Fensky, Sankey tips it over. Pass through Nelson, and that one's tipped. Point Thunderbirds. (20-10). Pacelli leading here in the third. All right, Thunderbirds lead the match 2-0. There's going to be an ace. 20-11. Weinreich service error into the nets. The lead back up to 10 for Carpenter. Miller back in. Only 4 points away from forcing a fourth set. Make sure everything is lined up and we're good to go. Carpenter. Moss. Will get it back and just the tip, but she can't get it over. 22-11. Barring some insanity, we'll be having a fourth set here from the Thunderdome. And that is long. Not by much. Maybe a foot, but it was long. Ava Prince will serve down by 10, 12 serving 22. That one just skims the net. Fensky, Sankey, Zroik to Miller. Judd's on 2, Carpenter, Sankey. Fensky from the back row, long. I think that's starting to see more and more each team's strategy. Pacelli trying to play more in their system. Thunderbirds trying to get Pacelli out of system into scrambles. And seeing how well they can improvise, and there's an ace. 14 serving to 22. And that one was touched. Another ace. Back within 7, 15-22 for Ava Prince. Sankey, the pass for Van Order to the back row for Miller. Prince to Barron, that's blocked and down, Van Order. The block kill, and now back to serve for Ella Van Order. 23-15, Pacelli on top. Thunderbirds have made it closer. But this third set has been all Cardinals. They have dominated from the open. And there's an ace, a serve pro ace for Van Order. And now the Cardinals have their first set point of the night. And in the fourth set, Pacelli will start with it. Miller. And over, and then Fensky puts it right back down. They're going to call a carry, yes. They're going to call over the net. Fensky reached over the net and, for lack of a better word, threw it down. Violation. Williams back in to serve, down by 8. Van Order, Sankey. Zdroik just backhands it over Moss. Iserman to Van Order, Sankey. Fensky tips it through, sliding play made. Moss. Into the net, point Thunderbirds. They're not going away here in the third. 17-24. Remains set point for Pacelli. Serve dug out and returned right away. Give and go with Moss. Blocked and down. Fensky ends the set. 25-17, and we'll play a fourth. Here on Zaleski Sports, you're watching non-conference volleyball presented to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
And the most important of those things is to have the ability to do things and treat patients in such a way that you're, that you're able to do things in such a way that you're controlling the decisions that are made, and you have that ability to change things when you feel like they're not the best things for you or for your patients, and that's really important.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Maida Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Maida Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at maidacustom.com.
We play into the fourth. It is a 2-1 lead in the match for Iola-Scandinavia. Pacelli will start with the serve. As they pick up the third, 25-17. In this game, one of numerous underway here from the Thunderdome here in Iola-Scandinavia. A bunch of games on Zaleski Sports overall. Soccer just getting underway. Scoreless between Amherst and Newman Catholic. Hudson has taken an early lead on Eau Claire North, 1-0. Scoreless early on, Wausau West and Wisconsin Rapids. Pittsville and Stratford going head-to-head. Stratford doubling up 22-11 in the first. Wapaka up on Marinette in the first. And football action scoreless early in the first quarter. Hortonville and Kaukauna. All those games, again, you can find on ZaleskiSports.com. Also, latest scores and standings around the state in volleyball, soccer, football. Sankey will get things going here in the fourth. Pass across, and Prince will start things off with a kill. Ava Prince gets things going. Might as well let Dahl Automotive and Stevens Point is over 1,300 vehicles, but they want more. They're going to offer an extra $500 over book value for your trade-in vehicle, so shop DahlAuto.com for the best selection in the area, or just stop in to see them. Dahl Honda just off Stanley Street, or at Dahl Chrysler Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. 1-1. That one's tipped through. Ball ends up in the cafeteria. Carpenter to serve. Behrens to Emma Prince for Weinreis. That one's blocked at the net. And actually did not get over, so 4 hits is the call. 2-1 Cardinals. Courtney Carpenter. Been one of the better players so far. The tire shoe. So now we're good to go. Coach Kajeski giving instructions from the Thunderbird bench to her team to try and settle up their defense, and then a service error gives it back. That one to Carpenter, then returned by Sankey, over by Zroik. Free ball. Zroik has really stepped it up the last couple of sets. There's Fensky from the back row. Sankey. Van Order blocked at the net. Judds. Moss. Returned by Carpenter. Back pass for Nelson. Dug out Weinreis. That one off a tip. Fensky. Sankey. Zroik. Dug out. Off the top and over. Free ball. And that one hit the post. Point Cardinals. They're saying I would hit the outside of the post, so it's going to be out. Van Order to serve. Another player who really had a big third set. That's through the block and kept alive. Zroik to the back row. There's Behrens. And that one in the net. And a lift into the net. Point Cardinals. Pacelli with momentum. Van Order to Moss. Give and go with Emma Prince. Moss hits the corner and gets the kill. Maggie Moss, been very good. 6 rotation player. She was in the first set. We've been subbing her out later in the last couple of sets, but she's been a well-rounded player so far. Zroik punches it over to Moss. Give and go right back with Prince again. Moss with a tip. Sankey there behind the block. Carpenter. Zroik top spins. Dug out by Ava Prince. Moss with another chance from the left side. And that's no touch and out. Point and serve to the Cardinals. And looking for a chance at a reverse sweep. They fell down 2-0, 25-18, 25-17. When they won the third, 25-17. Peyton Zroik to Munoz. And Moss over free ball, chased down by Van Order. Fensky blocked at the net by Behrens. Free ball for Miller. Judds through the block, and there's Zroik. Joust again. Diving play made by Martini. And over, Munoz. Moss off the block. And that'll be wide and out, points Cardinals. Peyton Zroik. Miller, and then on two, sent it over. Was Prince. Now battle at the net. Out. 7-3 Pacelli, as they have seemed to have just flipped a switch going back to the third set. Led by double digits for a lot of that. Moss answers back and gets the serve back to Iola-Scandinavia. Four serving 7 for Williams. Backhanded by Zdroik. Munoz. Williams. Iserman with the left, and that's blocked by Fensky. Leah Fensky holding down the fort in the middle. Carpenter was there as well. Knuckling serve for Miller, and into the official stand. 9-4 Pacelli. Thunderbird trying to get some momentum back and just get something going. Behrens through the block. And the kill. Back to serve is Moss. Zroik, Carpenter, long. 6 serving to 9. Martini through. Martini found an opening. And scores. Rosenthal in for Moss. Fensky will serve. To Rosenthal. Williams. Left side pass. Joust at the net. Kept alive. High pass. Free ball. Pacelli. Jaden Zroik. Peyton Zroik. Carpenter blocked at the net. Kept alive, and that didn't get through. Double hit called. Point. Iola-Scandinavia. Ava Prince back in. Behrens to serve. Martini long, no touch. 8 serving 10. Zroik. Fensky just pops it over, kept alive with the right arm of Behrens. Prince over the block, kept alive and right back. Behrens. Joust Miller and reaching over into the net. Points Thunderbirds. They're back within 1. Zroik. Carpenter. Yes. Right into the corner. 11-9. Sankey back in. Rosenthal, Williams. Back row, there's Fensky. Right back for Prince. Zroik, Sankey, Van Order. Into the nets is Prince. Point, Cardinals. Williams from Rosenthal. Iserman through the block. Off the arm of Van Order. And the kill for Iserman. Back within a pair. Judd's in, Emma Prince in. Zroik. Sankey. Carpenter kept alive on a diving play. Aimed over by Judds. Fensky. Judds throws it tipped off the top of the net. There's Zroik. Nelson from the 10-foot line. Dug out by Rosenthal. Aimed to the corner. Zroik is able to cover. Carpenter from the side. And through. The kill for Courtney Carpenter. 13-10 Pacelli here in the 4th. Behrens. And that's off of Fensky and the kill for Weinreis. 11 serving 13. Weinreis back to serve. Fensky to the back row. Behrens, Prince, Moss with a tip. Sankey keeps it alive. Van Order long. And a net call anyway. Called on Van Order, points Thunderbirds. They're back within 1. And then a service error gives it back, 14-12 Pacelli. Behrens. Pass back for Prince, and that one is launched. 15-12. And then a service error by Van Order. For as good as she has been on the front row, and she has been very, very good, especially in the 3rd and 4th sets. Been inconsistent serving. Both teams have had their struggles serving. Ava Prince dug out, and that was in, kept alive. Good play there. Moss for Judds, aims to the corner. There's Van Order. Sankey with the pass across. Zroik dug out by Miller. Behrens sends it to the back row. Van Order is there. Sankey pass for Nelson. Right there is Moss. Give and go back to Moss. Aims it off the tip. Zroik is there. To Sankey, tips it on 2. Prince to Prince. Behrens. There's Sankey again. Carpenter. Nelson with the swing. Prince to Prince, and then Behrens passes it back again. Fensky aims it to the side and gets the kill. Another long rally taken by the Cardinals, and Fensky gets it. Munoz back in as the libero. Peyton Zroik, sideline serve to Moss. Gets it back through the block and returned right back to her. And then she'll tip it over to the corner. There's Van Order. Peyton Zroik to Fensky, and she'll send it to the side. And gets the kill, leading to a timeout. Pacelli up 17-13 in the fourth. You're watching high school volleyball on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
Selling your car to Doll Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Doll Auto. Simple.
Out of the timeout, it's a 4-point lead for Pacelli. And of course, the timeout, it never fails. Thunderbirds get it right back. Carpenter on the return to Zdroik. Fensky with authority. 18-14. Coach Kajeski very unhappy, saying she's over the net. Making sure there was maybe the net might have been sinking, too. She tests out the tension. Munoz, Williams, Moss from the right side. Great dig on the play by Jaden Zroik, and she's hurt. That one kept alive. Van Order just sends it over. Moss through the block, off the back of a teammate and down. Zroik holding her left arm. Says she's all right, says she can play. Moss in the serve, off of Van Order. Zroik with the right hand. Behrens with a big cut. Peyton Zroik, Fensky sends it over. 19-15. Rosenthal back in for Moss. Fensky to serve, shallow serve to Behrens. And then into the net as Olivia Thiel is in the game. Along with Williams and Weinreich in the front row. Behrens, Munoz, Rosenthal in the back. Behrens sideline serve. Williams pass alive, and Weinreich is blocked at the net and then just sent over and out. 21-15. and long. Service error, side out, 16-21. Ava Prince back into the game. Field, Weinreis, Prince, Behrens, Rosenthal, Williams. Fensky to Peyton Zroik to Carpenter. That's long. 17 serving 21. And when Jess gets over, Williams pass to the middle to the back row. Fensky is there in the back row. And then sent right back by Weinreis. 18 serving 21. Thunderbirds do not want this to go to a fifth in any way. They want to win this in 4. If it goes to 5, you got to think it would favor Pacelli just with momentum. Fensky, Zroik, Martini, dug out by Rosenthal. And on the line, that is in. Right on that orange line. Point Thunderbirds. The dig kill for Rosenthal. Behrens continues to serve. Zroik. Van Order sends it long. That's going to lead to a timeout by the Cardinals, and it's a 1-point set. Pacelli on top, 21-20, but it's been a run for the Thunderbirds as you're watching non-conference volleyball on Zaleski Sports, presented tonight by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
I got referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointments, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile. Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Out of the timeout. Thunderbirds trying to come back and tie it up here. It's Behrens who will serve. She's been on a run. To Fensky. Peyton Zroik. Carpenter done. That's going to be a kill for Carpenter off of Rosenthal. 22-20. Sankey back in, Nelson back in. It'll be Sankey to serve. Behrens, Williams, Prince. There is Zroik. Nelson. Williams, a pass. Off the block and down. Ella Van Order. 23-20. And that one is down. It was short of the net. And now set point for Pacelli. They got 4 of them for Sammy Sankey. That one dug out, Williams. Behrens from the back row, dug out by Jaden Zroik. Give and go with Prince to the back row. There's Fensky. Sankey with the pass. Carpenter with a swing. Behrens spins off the rafter and down. A bad bounce, and we're going to 5. Pacelli takes the fourth, 25-20, and we will play a deciding fifth set to 15. They'll flip the coin to see who gets the serve and receive. And the fifth set is on the way as you're watching high school volleyball non-conference edition on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Hey Gilbert, did you hear Mittens in Marshfield's running a huge anniversary sale and the savings are explosive?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a great deal on some furniture and take it easy this semester.
Anniversary? Already? Party!
Ah, Poindexter's lost again.
Oh my cookies!
This store is huge and everyone is so friendly.
You'll geek out over our huge anniversary savings at Mittens in Marshfield.
For the best food in town, look no further than Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. This locally owned, 50s-themed diner loves to support their community while providing a full menu of breakfast and lunch options, along with all-day breakfasts and Friday fish fry. Enjoy a fun, family atmosphere with delicious meals made from scratch, including skillets and tasty burgers. Dine in or take out is welcome, Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Treat yourself to a mouth-watering experience at the Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters. Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
We go to a deciding fifth set. 2-2 the match. Iola took the first two sets 25-18, 25-17. Pacelli took the third and fourth 25-17, 25-20. And it looks like it will be Iola-Scandinavia who will start with the serve in this one to 15. Pacelli will start with it. And it will be Sankey. In all four sets, the team that got to 15 first won it. So obviously that trend will continue in this match. Sankey to serve. Joined by Fensky, Jaden Zroik, Nelson, Van Order, and Carpenter. Barron's on the return. And tipped over by two, Emma Prince, along with Ava Prince, Weinreis, Rosenthal, and Judds. Carpenter, and she finds the back row and gets the kill to start the fifth. Pacelli looking for the reverse sweep. Sankey to Rosenthal. Prince, long. 2-0. And of course, you never want to give up runs, but you really cannot give up a long run in the fifth. Rosenthal, Emma Prince on two. There's Zroik. Nelson, that's blocked at the net, and we're going to get 4 hits. That one didn't make it over. Side out for Emma Prince. Fensky, Sankey, Carpenter gets over. Prince to Prince. Weinreis, cross court, Zroik keeps it alive into the bench. And the kill. Two here in the fifth. A thriller from the Thunderdome. Knuckling serve to Jaden Zroik. Sankey tips it over. Into the net it goes. Stays alive. Behrens to the corner. Kept alive on a diving play by Fensky. Carpenter to the back row. Rosenthal spins and keeps it alive. Prince blocked at the nets. Judds sends it across. Sankey, Fensky, Carpenter, Prince, Weinreis with a tip. Diving play made. Out. 3-2 Thunderbirds. And then a service error. 3-3. Carpenter to serve. Prince, Weinreis from the back row. Nelson, wide swing. There's Emma Prince. Behrens calls for it to pass. Weinreis sends it to Carpenter. Nelson, Zroik, dug out and through. The kill for Jaden Zroik. Four, 3 Pacelli. Carpenter, who's just been steady and consistent. He's been the most consistent player on the floor for Pacelli tonight. Finds Behrens with the serve and an ace. A serve pro ace for Carpenter. 5-3 Cardinals. Sliding dig on the serve. Judds, that's blocked at the net. She keeps it alive. A long pass and in. Hits the back line. Behrens. Moss back on the floor in the front row. Trained by Prince, Judds, Behrens, and Weinreis. Weinreis with the serve into the net and ace. We're tied. 5-5. That one just off the top of the net. Sankey to Van Order. She gets it over and in. We play on. Here's Prince into the net. Point Cardinals. Van Order with a big-time play there. Miller back in. Van Order to serve. And it's a good one. Behrens and an ace. Another serve pro ace for Ella Van Order. You can see that when she's got her serve working, it is devastating. She's been consistent with it tonight, but that was a knuckleball that just sinks when it crosses the net. High pass. Moss sends it across. Zroik. Sankey. Nelson with the swing. That's off a tip. Miller. Pass. Moss. Down. 6 serving 7 for Ava Prince. Nelson. Sankey. Zroik with the big swing off the block. There's Behrens. To Prince. Moss with a chance. Off a tip. Into the net. Points. Thunderbirds were tied. 7-all. And the loudest we're hearing the student section in a while. When this place is loud, when this place is full, it is rocking. You can't hear yourself think. Zroik with the kill off the block, off of Behrens. James Zroik says enough of that. Munoz back in for Ava Prince. Peyton Zroik will serve. Moss put down on the block by Fensky. 9-7 Pacelli. Peyton Zroik to Moss. Pass back for Judds on the slide, and that one is launched into the next county, and that'll lead to a timeout by the Thunderbirds. And we're going to keep things here in the fifth. 10-7 Cardinals. And you look at it, it's really a tale of two different matches. Thunderbirds were in, for the most part, control through two, 25-18, 25-17, and they were both fairly comfortable. Pacelli dominated the third. Thunderbirds came back late, but it was the Cardinals 25-17. Then back and forth, we went 25-20 in the fourth. And now here we go, 10-7 Cardinals in the fifth, looking to pull off the reverse. No matter what happens, we'll talk to the winning coach and a winning player up here on the balcony here in the Thunderdome with your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. We're going to keep it here for the rest of the match. Peyton Zroik, the freshman, serves. Munoz, Miller, and Moss, the back row for Iola-Scandinavia. It is Miller. Kept alive on a diving play by Emma Prince. Here's Jaden Zroik, though, the big swing off the block. There's Prince again. Miller sends it over. Carpenter to Zroik. Martini, that one too far, but tipped out by Moss. The pass was off. Moss had the chance, and she tipped it wide. 11-7. Moss. Give and go. Little tip over. There's Zroik. Tipped over by Fensky. 12-7. Cardinals. Goodness. That one tipped back and down. Point Cardinals. 13-7. Thunderbirds need to stop this run by Peyton Zroik. Cardinals 2 away. Moss. Middle pass for Behrens to the corner and down. They needed it. They got it from Brooklyn Behrens. Williams and Iserman are in. They're down 5. Van Order. Behrens puts it back, and that's tipped by Zroik. Van Order is there. Carpenter from the back row. Munoz digs it out. Williams. Moss down. Another kill for Maggie Moss. 9 serving 13. Long. And Pacelli is going to have match point. And it will be Jaden Zroik to serve. They have 5 match points. Knuckling serve to Munoz. Williams to Moss, a tip. Right there was Zroik to Zroik. Martini, cross court, wide. Thunderbirds stay alive. Moss to Zroik. Martini dips it over. There's Williams. Moss calls for the pass. Off the left, kept alive. Peyton Zroik. Fensky down, and Pacelli wins it. They complete the reverse sweep and win the match 3-2, 15-10. Your final here in the fifth. Fensky the winner. Keep it right here. We got Coach Gale and a Cardinal player coming up here for our Nasonville Dairy post-game show here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back here with your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Get those fresh cheese curds made daily. Marshall Curtis, NasonvilleDairy.com. Joined by Coach Galen and Courtney Carpenter. And Coach, talk about what you were saying in the huddle after you fell down 2-0 to try and just kind of turn things around and see a little bit more consistency from the team.
Well, if you want my pure honesty, I definitely did threaten that, I was going to start counting things like drop balls and our poor passing, so they really did. They turned it around, and we really had to take some motivation to it. Our captains and our seniors really stepped up and being able to do that for us, so it was great. It was great to see them turn around.
And when you see that, you dominate the third, and I see the momentum came your way a little bit more in that third. You're up by 10, 11, 12 at different times. How big is that with your back against the wall to have that kind of a response and to see your team dominate and flip things? You probably had a little bit more confidence going into the fourth and then into the fifth.
It's rewarding, to say the least. I mean, we as coaches know what this team is capable. We as coaches see it every day in the gym, each individual piece, and putting it together, getting them to believe in themselves and to be able to do that really is rewarding as a team of coaches to be able to see it, no doubt.
And you talk about the seniors who really kind of took over and led this thing. Talk about this senior here, just what she did. I thought she was the most consistent player you had tonight, from serving, receiving, and the defense, and just everything kind of all in one package.
I'm glad to see that other people see it too. That's the least I can say on it. No, Courtney did. She played a great game. We were excited to see it. Really brought our back row back.
And then what's it like now for you? You had last week nothing. You play a try on Tuesday, a non-conference. I know you got Laconia in the invite this weekend.
We have Pittsville on
Tuesday. Don't you have an invite coming up this weekend?
On Thursday. Oh, this weekend.
Yeah, you have Laconia.
We have, I see what you mean. I thought you meant Tri-County.
No, sorry. I meant you had the triangular last week
so
earlier.
For the tournament, it's going to be a lot of playing. Going to be a lot of time on the court, a lot of chances to try out different things and kind of get an idea of what our lineup's going to look like for going forward. And then moving into a conference game next week is definitely scary, but it gets us the opportunity. We definitely are coming back with some revenge aspects. Looking at Pittsville, that was our hard one last year, so I'm excited to get to face them and see what they've done over the summer.
Yes, well, Coach, great win tonight. What a comeback, and we'll see you in Pittsville.
Yes, so hopefully we'll see you at Pittsville.
I'll turn it over to our Highlight House player of the game, Courtney Carpenter. I guess, again, consistency was the name of the game for you. I guess, what were you thinking going into that third set? Your back's against the wall. They know they need you guys to step up. I guess, what's going through your mind going on, getting back onto the court?
Honestly, my biggest thing was probably just bringing my team together and just playing as a team. The first two sets were a little rough. We weren't really playing on the same page, but I took my role as a captain to try and lead our team and to bring us together to play as a whole.
And then as you move forward, you get into the fifth, you get on that run with a freshman on the service line. So you have the seniors kind of taking over in the third and fourth. You get Peyton getting back in the fifth, kind of helping spur things forward. I guess, what's it like having some of these younger players starting to step up and really kind of assert themselves in what has been a storied program?
Honestly, it's amazing. We love Peyton. We love having Peyton on the team. She's stepped up as a huge aspect, and we're just so proud of her. We support her through everything.
And then, like I asked, Coach, what's going to be like to you? You played 2 matches on Tuesday tonight. You got a tournament coming up on the weekend, and then you're into conference play. That's a lot of volleyball. It's going to count in the standings over a very short amount of time. How are you as a player going to get yourself ready for that and make sure that practices are going to be few and far between going forward?
Yeah, honestly, we're just super excited. We're going to try and stay as focused as we can and work hard as a team in practice and on the court. All
right, sounds good. So we're going to do one last thing here.
I'm Courtney Carpenter, and I'm in the house.